Hi guys, this is Ben Morton and welcome to this week's Friday Thoughts video, or Beagle Tales, featuring Sadie the Beagle. So this week I'd like to talk to you about the alternative to hustling and grinding. So we see a lot online and written about how if you want to be successful in life in any endeavor, be it business, art, sport, whatever, then we just need to hustle and grind and put in all the hours and work, which I'm not saying that's wrong, because that absolutely does work for many people, but it's not the only way. And I think there's a real danger that for those of us who are driven and want to achieve stuff, that's the message we hear over and over again, and therefore it can be difficult for us to accept or not feel guilty about working in a different way. So as I said, like, hustle and grind absolutely works. It works if you are so driven that you are prepared to make sacrifices to achieve whatever your goals are. It might be you're happy to sacrifice relationships with friends and family. There's a consequence as well of that, in that we can suddenly stop one day, as Steve Jobs did when he got towards the end of his life, where he realised he'd sacrificed relationships along the way, and he said, remember that a £300 watch tells the time just as a £3,000 watch does. Or in working all hours that God sends, we can very easily sacrifice our health. And as we get to the end of our life, when we've not made time for wellness and exercise, we're forced to make time for ill health. But the alternative is to work smarter, to make time for whatever else is important to us. And there's so much research, neuroscience research around this now. And in one of my very first Friday Thoughts videos, I spoke to you about how pausing, doing some sort of repetitive activity that we don't really need to think about, such as walking your pet beagle in the woods, activates the default mode network, which is where we do a lot of subconscious problem solving. But back to the point of this video, there being an alternative to hustling and grinding, it can be really hard to act on that knowledge and put that neuroscience research into practice. And I struggle with that. Like, I'm no different to you, really, in that doing what I do, having studied this research, I know that on a Tuesday afternoon, which is when I'm filming this video, it's not actually on a Friday, folks, little secret for you there, it's really hard to get up from my desk and head out into nature to walk the dog, to listen to a podcast, because we just feel guilty. And I still feel guilty about doing this, that I should be at my desk, I should be just grinding out the work and putting in the hours. But it's not the only way. There's another way, and if we can force ourselves to make changes, small changes at first, just get up from your desk and go for a 20-minute walk maybe, or find one opportunity a week to do a walking meeting instead of everyone being a Teams or Zooms meeting, it will make a big difference. So there is a different way of working to just hustling and grinding. We can work hard to try and apply some of the neuroscience, and I'm sure when you can overcome that guilt and resistance, you'll really start to notice the benefits. I know I certainly do. So that's it, folks. That's this week's Friday Thoughts video. Hope it's been a useful one. Goodbye from me and Sadie the Beagle. Look after yourselves, take care, and lead on.